Today we have a really fun recipe video to share with you, and it is all about healthy dinner recipes that utilize pantry ingredients. I'm sure, like many of you, the pantry has been something that we have had to explore, get creative with, and we've really kind of learned how to make some recipes that use very minimal ingredients that hopefully most of you have in your pantries already. So that was my goal with today's video. It's honestly recipes that I've been making for dinner just because it's what I have on hand, and hopefully it's also things that you have access to as well. As always, I have linked all of the recipes for you down in the description box. They're up in the blog, ready and waiting for you to make them. So you can find those links right down below. And before we dive in, I always like to just quickly pause and encourage you to join our community here on YouTube if you are not already part of it. If you would like to join, all you have to do is hit subscribe. It is right below this video. It's a red button that says subscribe. Otherwise, let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so we are kicking things off with our black bean burgers. We are going to start with our food processor. We're going to add our canned black beans into our food processor. Make sure to reserve a half a cup of the beans. Then you will add in a chopped onion or a shallot, some garlic cloves that you chopped up, cumin, chili powder, smoked paprika, salt, and pepper, as well as a dash of hot sauce. Pop the lid on your food processor and we will process this up until it forms like a dough consistency and everything is mostly blended together. From there, we will add in a flax egg, some cooked quinoa, and the reserved black beans. And you could transfer all of this mixture and stir it all together in a bowl, but I didn't feel like wasting a bowl, so I stirred it into the food processor and then I pulsed it in quickly. You basically just want to get this mixture combined. You don't want it to blend up like the initial dough. Once you have it pulsed in, you are going to finish everything off by adding in some flour. I'm adding in quinoa flour, but you can use any type of flour that you like. And again, pulse this in and just get it as evenly as combined without over pulsing and making the rest of like the black beans completely smooth, if that makes sense. In retrospect, I think this might be easier if you transferred it into a bowl, but alas, here we are. So once you have that combined, we are going to form this mixture into our burgers. This recipe makes 8 veggie burgers, so just use your hands to form them into patties, and you will transfer them onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. You can totally pan fry these if you want to, but I decided to bake them. I just like how baked veggie burgers work. I find that they just like get a good consistency. So place them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes and then we will bake them up, and they bake at 375 for a good like 40-ish minutes, flipping halfway through. And for serving, here is my like mega stack. I did a base of vegan sriracha mayo, which is vegan mayo mixed with sriracha hot sauce. Then I did a dollop of mashed avocado, and I just kind of spread that on top of the vegan mayo. Then I did my burger. Then I did a layer of jarred salsa. So we're going with kind of like a Mexican-inspired theme here. Jarred salsa, spread that out. That was like my tomato base. Then we did some thinly sliced red onions, finished everything off with some crunchy romaine and the top of our bun. And this burger was so dang delicious. I absolutely loved it. I know you guys are gonna love it too. You can totally freeze these burgers. They taste delicious. I think you could also grill them. I haven't tested grilling them, but I think you could if you had your grill greased well enough. Like I said, they're also bakeable, which we did here, or you could pan fry them. So either way, so good, and I hope you guys love them. Next up, we have the most delicious creamy tomato soup. We are going to start by adding in some olive oil into our pan, red onion that we chopped up, some garlic, as well as some chopped up carrot, season with salt and pepper. Saute that until the onions are translucent and the garlic is fragrant, like 2 to 3 minutes. Then you will add in 2 cans of diced tomatoes. My lens got all foggy, but essentially we are doing 2 28-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. You could also use crushed tomatoes or whole peeled tomatoes here. Add those in along with some veggie broth, stir it together, and bring this mixture to a boil. Then you will cover it, cook it for basically however long you want. I say a minimum of 15 minutes just to build some flavor, but you can definitely let it go longer, 30, 40, basically whatever you want. The longer it cooks, the more flavor it will build. Once you are done and ready to blend, you will let this cool down a little bit and then transfer it into your blender. You could also use an immersion blender if you have one. And we are going to blend this soup up until it is creamy and smooth and you've got all the chunks nice and smooth. The last step, which is going to sound a little strange, but I promise you it is so good and it adds a really, really, really nice flavor, is to add in some original hummus, just like plain hummus. I mean, you could use a flavor, but I love the plain one. And what this does is it not only helps with the texture, but it also gives a really nice nuttiness to the soup. And of course, it also adds a little bit of protein, so it makes the soup a little bit more filling. And you just blend that back in and then you are all set. So for serving, you could really serve this any which way. It's just like a simple tomato soup. I did it with my garlic croutons, which I have on the blog. I'll link those down below for you. But you could also, of course, serve this with like a grilled cheese, a vegan grilled cheese. I actually have a perfect vegan grilled cheese recipe in the works for you. I love adding a little bit of crunch on top, and I seasoned it also with some red pepper flakes and some fresh herbs, and that was it. Last but not least, we are making a creamy tomato pasta. So we're going to start by cooking our pasta. You can use any variety of pasta that you want for this. Anything that you have on hand is fine. Just make sure to undercook the pasta a little bit. Usually about 3 minutes, I feel like, is good off of the cooking time that the package recommends. Then remove about a 1/4 cup of water before you drain it. Rinse the pasta and set it aside. Then we will make the sauce. We are going to do half a can of tomatoes. This is a 14-ounce container. You can just do half of that, add it into your blender, along with some raw cashews, mustard, miso paste, or nutritional yeast if you want to use that instead, some Italian seasoning, and the juice of half of a lemon. Then you'll add in about a 1/4 cup of water. Pop the lid on your blender, blend this up until it is smooth and creamy. Set that aside, and we were gonna finish everything off. So the next step is to add your oil into a large pan. Once that's warm, add in your pasta. Then you will add in a can of white beans, so cannellini beans, navy beans, great northern beans that are drained and rinsed, along with the rest of your chopped tomatoes. Stir that together until they're combined. Then you will add in your greens of choice. I like to do spinach. I just love spinach and everything, but kale, chard, collards, you name it, it will all work. Even arugula would probably be really good. Stir that all together until the greens have wilted. I also recommend stirring in the pasta water at this point. And then you will pour in your sauce, stir it all together, and you're good to go. That's it. You could season it with salt and pepper. Give it a little taste, of course. Season it with salt and pepper if you need to. You could add a little bit more Italian seasoning if you feel like it needs it, but that's pretty much it, and it is so, so good. Creamy, hearty, chunky with the tomatoes, that burst with flavor. It's got greens, it's got protein, and it's one of those pasta recipes that just makes you feel so good. I love to finish it off with some fresh cracked pepper, red pepper flakes, and a little bit of chopped up parsley. Totally optional, but just adds like a nice little finish at the end. And yeah, this pasta is so good. It uses really simple ingredients like you saw, and I hope you guys really, really like it. And there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's delicious dinner recipes. They are healthy, they are gluten-free, they are vegan, and they are so easy to make, and hopefully the ingredients are also easy for you to find. If you do not have access to any of these ingredients and you're looking for substitutions, make sure to leave a comment on the blog post and I will get back to you and give you some ideas for how you can substitute. As always, if you are ready to make the recipes, you can find the links right down below this video. They are up on the blog for you. So I've linked those down below, and they have all the instructions, ingredient lists, and everything you need to make them. I'm really excited to hear which ones you try first. Make sure to come back to this video and let me know which ones you try. And if you do actually make any of the recipes on the blog, not just from this video, but really any recipe from simplyquinoa.com, I would so appreciate it if you could give it a star rating. The star ratings are actually quite important, and they really help people find our recipes. They help things get higher ratings on Google as well as Pinterest, and that just helps us expand our community here and helps me and you guys also spread the healthy recipe love. So I would so appreciate that. Thank you so much. And if you do have any questions, like I said, come back to this video and let me know. I also want to encourage you to subscribe if you are not yet part of our community here on YouTube. There is a red button right below this video. It says subscribe. All you have to do is tap that button and that will subscribe you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you did. Thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.